Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. So for today, in this video, I will give you the example. Okay, the example on the chapter 7. Okay, so we start with example. Exercise. Okay, exercise class. Exercise 7.1, page 122. Okay, so I read the question here. So write the null and alternative hypothesis for each of the following. Determine if each is a case of a two-tail, a left tail, or a right tail test. So the question asks you to identify whether the situation given here is a what you call left tail, right tail, or two-tail test. Okay, so the first one is A lah, I didn't know as A. To test if the mean CGPA for all UTAM students is more than 2.7. Okay, class. More than 2.7. More than 2.7. So you can see that this sign, more than, not include equal, right? I mean, it's just a more than. It's not more than equal, kan? So it's a more than 2.7. Therefore, more than means that it is a H1. Okay, it's a H1. Okay, why H1? Because H0 is always the what we call that contains the equal sign. So your H1 is a mean, right? So mean more than 2.7. Therefore, automatically, because it's a complement to each other, okay, if here is more than, therefore for H0 it will be less than equal. Okay, less than equal. Right, less than equal. Okay, and then so if you draw a graph, or maybe you can get directly from here actually, but I prefer you to draw a graph lah. Okay, for example here, graph is for when you find the region. Okay, so from here actually you can see that the more than here is give you the what you call the idea of it is a right tail. Okay, right tail. Okay, this is the right tail. Okay, for B, okay, to check whether on average students spend less than 2 weeks to complete their assignment. Less than 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks. So you can see that this is less than without any equal sign. So therefore, this one will be your H1. Okay, H1, and automatically your H0 will be more than equal. Okay, more than equal. Okay, remember class, H0 always that have an equal sign. Mesti yang equal sign tu dekat H0. Okay, so by referring to this is mean that is a left tail. Okay, left tail sided. So the third one, C. To test if on average a computer technician needs 3 hours to identify a computer problem. So it's exactly 3 hours without any more than, less than, tak ada. It's exactly 3 hours. So therefore, exactly 3 hours means is equal to 3. Okay, is equal to 3. Therefore, your H0 will be mean equal to 3. And then automatically your H1 will be not equal to 3. Okay, not equal lah. Okay, not equal. Therefore, by referring to this sign, this will be the two-sided. Okay, two-sided tail. Right. So this one exercise 7.1. So now we go to example 7.1. Can I using the same? Okay, I'm using the same paper. Right. So example 7.1, page 1 to 3. So I read the question here. So it is known that on average a computer, okay, on average mean a computer technician needs at least 3.2 hours. Okay, class, first of all, I mean after you read the question, what I suggest you to do is it will extract all the information that given in the question. You write down all the information that you have. Maksudnya, once you read, you get the information, then you write. So here, it say that average, is it? Average is at least. So means that average is at least. At least is more than equal as the sign of at least. Okay. At most, okay, we have two, at least and at most. So at least is more than equal. At most is less than equal. Okay. So it say that at least 3.2. Okay. Okay. And then continue reading. To solve a problem on troubleshooting, a random sample, okay, a random sample of 30 computers. So therefore, this is your N. Okay, the random sample, 30 computers with this problem is taken, and it is found that the technician needs an average. Average, but this one is average for sample. Okay, just now is average for population. So now the sentence is start from a random sample, is it? So that's mean this one will be the average for sample, mean for sample. And standard deviation of 0.14 is S. To solve the problem, what can you conclude? Test at significant level 0.01. Okay, so you have this information. So we need to follow step by step. Okay, step number 1. You need to state the null and alternative hypothesis. Okay. So what is your H0 and what is your H1? So your H0 exactly this one because they have a equal sign, is it? They have equal sign here. So mu or mean more than equal to 3.2 and automatically the complement to it is mu less than 3.2 without any equality sign, okay? Alright, then step number 2 is to find the or to choose a appropriate test study set. So for our case is considered as mean. Okay, we do it for mean. So which is Z is equal to mu minus X bar. Is it betul? Mu minus, sorry, terbalik. X bar minus mu and then S X bar, is it? So X bar minus mu S X bar is equal to S over square root of N. And class, before you proceed, you need to check whether you need to use T or Z test. Okay, so you need to check which is this is the large sample or the small sample size. So of course, kalau you tengok our N is 30, so therefore it's a large sample. And for large sample, for both sigma known or sigma unknown, we just use the Z table. So you just use Z table. So find out this one first. So what is your S bar tadi? 2.8. What is your mu just now? 3.2. What is the S? Is 0.14. What is the N? Square root 30. Okay, so you answer, you calculate this one. So okay, I just write the answer that I get from the textbook. So but I hope that you can do it by yourself. Maybe, I'm not sure, maybe this textbook is wrong. I'm not sure that. But I hope that you can figure, you try to calculate by yourself. Okay, I just copy the answer. So then, let's say, you will get negative 15.649. Then step number 3. Okay, step number 3, what we need to do is choose a fit significant level A. So yeah, it's already given the significant level A or alpha is 0.01. Therefore, what is your, and this is a left tail, right? So which is ZA only lah. Okay, ZA. Not ZA over 2. Over 2 is when it's two-sided. So you find out this one. Okay, you find out this one. What we get by using table. Okay, by using table, find out 0.001. 0.001 negative 2.0.01. Okay, for me, okay, I will take, okay, you didn't get the exactly 0.0, but you can take the value that close, okay, closer to 0.01. For example, here you can get, you can take it as 0.0099. Kan, betul tak? It's already close to 0.01. So negative 2.33. But textbook, okay, if you refer to textbook here, it takes you, it gives you negative 2.32, which is, for me, it's also okay, it's also acceptable. But I suggest you to choose, okay, either these two number, you choose the closest one, okay, yang paling dekat dengan yang for the value that we want to get lah. Okay, for me 0.0099 is more closest to 0.01. Okay, but in mathematics or in statistics, yes, we can consider plus minus lah. Maksudnya the answer that you choose, for example, if you choose negative 2.32, we still accept. Okay, because in for your final answer they have a plus minus. Okay, I mean as a minor we consider a plus minus lah. Plus minus tu mungkin sikit je lah, tak adalah big, I mean the what you call the different maybe in small digit like 0.001 for example. Okay, kalau too big tu tak boleh consider lagi lah. Okay. So yes, you can choose negative 2.32 or you can choose negative 2.33, but for me I will choose negative 2.32 lah. Okay, so okay, negative 2.32 is somewhere here, is it? So negative 2.32, and this is, okay, this is the rejection region. Okay, the region that I colored here is the rejection region. So now check your Z value. So your Z value here is negative 15.649. Where is these values will be located? It will be somewhere here lah, betul? Because this is negative, okay, class. This one 0, okay, the middle one is 0. So 0 to the right hand side is a positive, 0 to the left hand side is a negative value. So 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative blah 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 until negative infinity. So negative 15 is located somewhere here, somewhere here lah, kat sini. So this graph macam ni, so somewhere here. Okay, so it's located in the rejection region. Okay, it's located in the rejection region. Therefore, okay, I just write here, class, sorry, so I don't have enough space here, but I want to fully utilize this paper. So, step number 4, what the decision that we can make is we reject H0. So we need to reject H0 because it lies on the rejection region. Okay, we need to reject H0. So step number 5, so you just conclude lah. So conclusion here something like this is not what you call not true with the claims. Okay, this is not true with the claim. Okay, because we claim that the mu is greater than equal to 3.2, but we reject the H0, which is we reject the claim. So you can make it the sentence like this is not true with the claim. So we not apa lagi selain tu, we not agree. Okay, we not agree with the claim. Macam tu lah. Okay, so but yeah, this is important. Okay, for the sentence, our conclusion here is important because when we come up with hypothesis, in the end we need to have a conclusion, is it? Macam subject science lah, kan, bila ada hypothesis awal mesti ada conclusion akhir. Okay, so you need to make it your conclusion. Alright, okay class, then I have another okay, we have another more exercise 7.2 and example 7.2, but I think I will stop it now for this. Okay, and then I will proceed in the next video, right? Okay.